Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to cover Ashened, and Ashened is a new deck out of Phantom Nightmare, and I have combos for it. And I don't know about you, when I first read Ashened, I thought this is not playable right now. Even if it was, I can't afford it because I need Bonfires, and I'm never going to buy those anytime soon. So, you know, I decided to still mess with it anyway, and it turns out I found a build that's playable, doesn't need Bonfire because we don't actually need to search Priestess. And that's awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the combos that I've come up with for Ashened in a Kashtira package. You know, they actually do synergize because Ashened summons out level 4, 7, and 8, and we can overlay them with our level 4 and 7 Kashtira stuff and actually build a nice board. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a couple 2-card combos that we can actually put together with Ashened and Kashtira. So let's go ahead and get on into it. I've seen a few Ashened-Kashtira combos online, but I haven't seen this particular one or like going out to the extent that I am going out to. So I'm excited to go ahead and show you guys. Before we actually get started with the Ashened part, I do want to make sure that everyone knows how to do the pure Kashtira combos because they are actually part of the Ashened setup. So you know, we're going to just review the Kashtira combos, the 1-card options for us right now. So just the 1-card Unicorn combo is going to be pretty standard. We're going to special summon Unicorn, activate effect to search our Theosis. Theosis target the Unicorn to summon a Fenrir from deck, and then we can use Fenrir to search a copy of Riseheart. From here we can normal summon or special summon the Riseheart. It doesn't actually matter because we're not using a normal summon in any other thing. So let's just say we special the Riseheart. We're going to overlay our Fenrir and Unicorn for a copy of Raid Raptor Arsenal Falcon. And this is just our rank 7 that special summons a level 4 winged beast from the deck. And our primary target is, of course, the Zephyros. Let me go ahead and find that. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and detach probably the Fenrir in case we have Birth. We're going to want to bring the Fenrir back and summon the Zephyros from our deck. And this is basically where it wraps up because from here we're going to overlay Zephyros and Riseheart for whatever rank 4 we need. So keep this setup in mind because it will come up during the Ashened combo, okay? And I will show you what we're actually going to overlay for over here for Ashened. You might already have an idea. The other Kashtira combo we need to know is just the 1-card Fenrir combo. So we're going to go ahead and special summon Fenrir. Let me put it over here. Activate effect to search Riseheart. And then we can normal summon Riseheart. Use Riseheart effect, banish whatever, let's say Kashtira Unicorn, to make Riseheart level 7. Now we can overlay those for a copy of Mecha Phantom Beast Dracosac. And then we can detach the Fenrir or the Riseheart, depending on what's going on. We can detach one from the Dracosac to summon 2 tokens. And then from here we have a variety of options. Notably, we've seen the Link Spider, G Golem, Crystal Heart, and Deco Talker Heat Soul, but in this particular one, we're going to keep it simple. We're just going to link these 2 tokens off for a copy of IP Masquerena, and that will pretty much leave us set to go. Also remember this combo for the Ashened when we add Ashened into the mix because this will be part of it, okay? Now that we have the kind of baseline, let's go ahead and throw some Ashened cards in here. So I'm going to start out with basically the main combo, the biggest combo that I have. Just going to give it to you straight up front. So that is going to consist of Kashtira Unicorn plus Obsidian the Ashen City. This is going to be a sweet board. It's going to be susceptible to hand traps, absolutely. But I want to show you the extent of what we can do because, you know, we're just going to assume we have only 2 cards and we're going to have, you know, 3 other cards in hand, whatever, assume they're all Ash Blossom, okay? So let's go ahead and start off. We're going to start off just like we just practiced. Kashtira Unicorn effect, search Theosis, Theosis effect, target Unicorn, summon out the Fenrir, Fenrir effect to search the Riseheart, okay? So now we have Riseheart and Obsidian in hand. We can go ahead and special summon the Riseheart here. We're going to keep it level 4, not use its effect to go level 7. Overlay these 2 guys for a copy of Arsenal Falcon, and then Arsenal Falcon detach a Fenrir to summon a Zephyros. Okay? Sweet. So now we have the Arsenal Falcon used 2 level 4s on board, and Obsidian in hand. From here, we are going to overlay these guys, okay? And this is going to be the first addition to our Kashtira, extra deck that's not standard. We're going to go for an Infernal Flame Banshee. This is an ultra rare out of Age of Overlord. Detach 1 to search any Pyro, which is great because all of the Ashen cards are Pyros. So we're going to simply detach the Zephyros. Definitely, it has to be the Zephyros. And we are going to search a copy of Vados. And now we are about to cook with the Obsidian and Vados. But we have a lot more to go. We're going to actually activate the Obsidian here in the field spell zone. And then before we use Vados, we are going to use Zephyros to bounce back that Obsidian and then special the Zephyros and take 400. Now we're going to activate Obsidian again, okay? Now that we have Zephyros on the board already, and activate the Vados. So we're going to pop our Obsidian, special summon the Vados on our opponent's field, and search the Ashened trap card for free off of the Vados. So here's our Ashened for Eternity to our hand. Okay, from here we're going to activate Obsidian, which is the field spell that just got destroyed, which allows us to summon an Ashen monster from the deck. And here we're going to special summon a copy of King of the Ashen City. King allows us to special summon another Ashen from our deck if our opponent controls Vados, which they do in this case. So we're going to activate King here, special summon our copy of Priestess. On summon, Priestess gets to search another Ashen card. So we're going to search a second copy of Obsidian. And this is really just so we can activate it. And in the end phase, it allows us to reset this, recycle the Graveyard Obsidian to draw one. Okay, so that's a solid start. Now from here, we have options. We have 2 level 4s on board. Let's figure out what we want to do with them, okay? So we have, I'm going to propose 3 options here. Option number 1, I'll show you why these are the options. Like obviously you're thinking, oh, maybe Dweller or something. No, we're going to get rid of these level 4s or these rank 4s soon. So we're going to actually think about going Battle and Boxer King Dempsey for a Fire Warrior monster search. We could search for a Rise Heart. We could just overlay for Gallant Granite, which is the Xyz to detach 1 to search a rock. And we can just search Nibiru mid-combo just for follow-up. And for, I don't know, additional interruption. That is an option. It's probably one of the more solid options, but we're going to go a little bit more crazy with 1 more brick in the deck if we want. Of course, you don't have to do this. You could play the Gallant Granite, but we're going to overlay for a copy, for a copy of King of the Feral Imps, which is a detach 1, search a reptile. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Detach whatever, the Zephyros or the Priestess, doesn't matter, for King of the Feral Imps, and we are going to search 1 copy of Supreme Sovereign Serpent of Golgonda. Okay, this is a level 8 reptile that you can just special summon if you control a field spell. So it's not really that bad of a brick, to be honest. It's just a special summon if you have a field spell. And think, we're playing planets, we're playing Obsidian, we're playing Awakening of Vados, so we do have a lot of field spell access, and this is really not that bad of a brick in the deck. But what are we doing with this level 8? Well, we're going to activate our field spell, our Obsidian here, and then we are going to just be able to special summon our Supreme Sovereign Serpent, okay? But not yet, not yet. First, we want to go ahead and overlay these 2 rank 4s for a copy of the number F0 Utopic Future, and then on top of that, Utopic Draco Future. So now we have 1 monster effect negation and a steal, and now we can go ahead and special summon this level 8 and overlay here with King and Golgonda for whatever rank 8 we want. Personally, I think the Hope Harbinger, number 38, is going to be our best choice. You could go number 90 for another monster negate, but I think just having the Utopic Draco feature and the number 38 is going to be pretty nice. And now that pretty much wraps it up, but we're going to activate our... Oh, we've already activated our field spell if we want to summon the Serpent. Activate our field spell in the end phase to put back this field spell out of our graveyard and draw a card, okay? So remember, we started with only 2 cards in hand, in theory, the Unicorn and the field spell. So we're going to draw 1, and then we're going to also already have 3 other cards in hand that we've started with. Maybe they're hand traps or extenders or Kashtira Birth, in which case we could summon back up Fenrir on top of this. And then we have Ashen for Eternity to set to our field searched off of the Vados, and then we can steal the Vados, and we are going to be set to go. Cool thing about Utopic Draco Future is it can be destroyed by card effects. All card effects, not just your opponent. So if your opponent clears the Vados and you actually want to use its board wipe, it means you don't lose your Utopic Draco Future. You can still keep that on board. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, like say you burn your number 38 in the draw phase, and then they link off the Vados, you could clear the whole board and keep your future and not have to burn it right away. All right, so that's pretty cool combo. That's pretty much the main one. Let's go ahead and talk about what happens if you don't have Unicorn or if you don't have the Ashened field spell. Honestly, all of this is basically the same combo if you open Unicorn plus Priestess instead of Unicorn plus the field spell. So, you know, we get pretty darn close to the same board. Let me just clear this up, and we can kind of turbo through what exactly is going on without the field spell in our hand. So say we open Unicorn plus Priestess instead, special Unicorn, search the Theosis, summon the Fenrir, search the Rise Heart. We have to special summon the Rise Heart this time because we're going to have to normal summon this Priestess, right? So we're going to go ahead and overlay for the Arsenal Falcon detach, summon out the Zephyros, and then Zephyros and Rise Heart can overlay once again for the Infernal Flame Banshee. Infernal Flame Banshee detach the Zephyros. I'm going through this quick because it's the same as last time, right? So detach that to search the Vados. Now we have Vados and Priestess in hand. We can just normal summon the Priestess. Priestess effect, add the field spell, and we're almost in the same place as last time. We can just activate the field spell, summon the Zephyros by bouncing the field spell, and now we can overlay here for, again, whatever we want, King of the Feral Imps probably, or Gallant Granite. But let's go ahead and have fun again. King of the Feral Imps, detach. We're going to search our Golgonda, whatever the guy is, Sovereign Serpent. And now we're in a pretty similar spot to the last test hand, right? Or the last combo with just Unicorn and Field Spell. So we're going to overlay those for the Utopic Future and Utopic Draco Future. And now we can activate Field Spell. We can summon this now. It doesn't matter. We're going to have access to another one later. We can Vados pop the Field Spell. There we go. Our opponent has a Vados, and we are going to search the trap card. And then on res, we are going to be able to activate the Obsidian, summon out the King. There we go. That's the level 8. And now this time, King is not going to summon out another Priestess. It's going to summon out the Hero, which is the level 7. Okay. From here, we can just overlay these guys for a Hope Harbinger. And then Hero can pop the Vados to search another field spell. And then end phase, or we're going to activate the field spell. End phase, we're going to have the other field spell put back to draw one. And now, once again, we have basically the same end board. We have 4 cards in hand, 1 drawn off the field spell plus the 3 we didn't use, and the Ashened with Utopic Draco Future and number 38, and Arsenal Falcon on board. Okay, the only difference is now we have an extra hero on board, so that's kind of neat. But yeah, it's the same combo with Unicorn plus the Priestess. Okay, alright, now let's move on to a different variation. What happens if we don't have Unicorn? Unicorn is great, but we don't always have access So let's talk about what happens when it's Fenrir instead. And if you remember at the beginning of the video, the combo tutorial, I kind of showed what we're going to do with Fenrir. It's going to involve Draco Sack, right? So we're going to go ahead and have our Fenrir plus the Obsidian and see what happens. So in this case, we're going to special Fenrir effect, search Rise Heart, and then normal summon the Rise Heart effect to banish the unicorn, and now we can overlay here for a Draco Sack. We find it, Draco Sack, pretty good deal. Now let's detach to summon 2 tokens, and then we're gonna immediately link those tokens off for a copy of IP. Good deal. Alright, so we have IP Draco, and now we still have the Ashened in our hand. So let's go ahead and activate this Ashened to go ahead, just activate it, and now we can use Draco Sack to tribute itself, right, to pop the field spell. And then the field spell will activate, getting us a Priestess. Cool, Priestess can activate now, getting us another field spell is basically all we're going to be able to go for this particular combo. And then we can activate the field spell and put this back and draw one, and then we end up with IP, Priestess, field spell, and 4 in hand. Not great, like not overwhelming. Fenrir plus the field spell is just not enough. We're going to need like 1 extra piece. If we have a birth, we can bring back the Rise Heart, and then Rise Heart can overlay, and then we can go ahead and make Infernal Flame Banshee to search the Vados. And we know if we have the Vados, then we have way more we can do than just being like popping the field spell ourselves. So like if you add a birth on top of this, it's much better. Alternatively, what if we don't have this field spell? What if we have the quick play, which is, what is it? Awakening of Vados. So the quick play plus Fenrir is going to be even a bit better. The quick play locks you into Pyros out of the extra deck, which sucks. Okay, so with Kashtira Unicorn, that whole combo, it's a bit better without the quick play because you don't get locked when you're trying to get into your Ashen stuff. However, for the Fenrir play, like, it kind of just runs out of gas, right? You just make Draco Sack an IP, right? So this is actually going to be way better with Fenrir than with Unicorn. So we're going to actually go ahead and use Fenrir, Fenrir search Rise Heart, and normal summon Rise Heart effect, banish our Unicorn, make it level 7. Cool, overlay, Draco Sack, 2 tokens into IP, right? So we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, Awakening of Vados is just your whole Ashen combo in 1 card. Okay, that's why this quick play is actually really nice. We're going to give our opponent the field spell, and then we're going to search our Vados, okay? And then we're going to activate the Vados to pop our opponent's now Obsidian, and special summon the Vados to our opponent's field, and then search the trap card, right? And now the field spell is going to go off. We're going to be able to summon out King if we want, or we can summon out Priestess directly, but I don't see any reason not to just go for King here. King is going to summon out the Priestess then. Priestess can search the field spell, okay? And now we can activate field spell for a draw in the end phase. And we have IP plus 3 bodies on board, okay? 3 other bodies. The Draco Sack might just stick. And then, you know, we could just go into a format Appaloosa. We can go into Underworld Goddess. We're going to be able to steal that Vados as well, so that's going to be cool. We're just going to have a full board, and then this is our draw, and then we're going to have 3 other cards in hand. So you can actually go off pretty good with the quick play if all you have is Fenrir. Let's go ahead and do one quick look now at what we might do with Unicorn plus the quick play. Okay, so if we have Unicorn plus the quick play, I actually haven't, or I don't think I remember what the end board I got to was, so I'm going to actually just sort it out myself right now, and you guys can let me know in the comments if you see a better play, but we can go ahead. Yeah, this is in our hand. Summon our Unicorn, activate our Unicorn here, and then search for the Theosis. the Osis effect, summon out the Fenrir from deck. As usual, Fenrir is going to search our Rise Heart. So we have Rise Heart plus Awakening in hand, and we basically have to figure out what's the best thing we can do with just the Kashtira combo. We just do the Kashtira combo first and then do the Ashen combo later. So there's really no synergy going on because once we use Awakening, we're locked in the Pyros. There's nothing Pyro extra deck, there's nothing Pyro in the extra deck worth making, right? So just make whatever you can with the cash stuff you have. You don't even have to search Rise Heart right now. You can search just follow-up, like a follow-up unicorn if you want. But yeah, let's just say we search Rise Heart and we overlay for whatever we might want. Like we could just do the Draco Sack plus IP line and it'll be the exact same thing if we want. But let's see what happens really quick if we go into the Arsenal Falcon first. So let's go ahead and Arsenal Falcon here, detach a Fenrir. Oh, well, we need to special summon this Rise Heart first, don't forget that. Yeah, and then we're gonna summon out the Zephyros, and then we can overlay for whatever we want. We're not gonna get into anything much bigger, I don't think, because yeah, we don't have like double rank 4 access. If we had a birth, we might. If we had a birth, we would, I think. Can Zephyros return an extra deck monster? Like, can Zephyros bounce back Arsenal Falcon to summon itself? Or does it have to go to the hand specifically? I'm not sure. But anyways, we can overlay here for whatever we want. We could even go for a Infernal Flame Banshee, because Awakening will search one Ashen card, and we can Infernal Flame Banshee search another. Or we could just go for Dweller or for Tornado Dragon here. I think that might be pretty solid. So let's think about what happens if we do that. Grab a Dweller out of here. Great. Now we just go Awakening of Vados to activate the field spell to our opponent's side and search us a copy of Vados. Pretty cool. Now we just Vados pop the other field spell, summon itself to the opponent's field, search the trap card, field spell is going to activate, summon out King, and summon out Priestess effect, search another field spell. So activate the field spell to draw in the end phase by putting this back, and then we're going to have 4 cards in hand plus the trap card plus this board. Or we could, instead of having this board, maybe just have the Draco Sack plus IP. Okay, so Draco Sack IP plus the Ashen cards, right? And it would be Draco Sack IP instead of Arsenal Falcon Dweller, or instead of Dweller, whatever rank 4 you want. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for the Ashen combos. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like, sub to the channel if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll see you later.